Welcome back to the Basketball Guys, Luis Donato and Spyro. Luis is the guy wearing the Washington Bullets Michael Jeffrey Jordan jersey, worn for 2 games and once in a basketball show. I am the guy wearing the Cleveland Cavaliers Mark Price jersey, the best player to ever wear a Cleveland Cavaliers jersey. Today we're doing our top 10, where we give our opinions on who the best players are, as I just did now about the best player ever to wear a Cleveland Cavaliers jersey, Mark Price.
So it's not Brad Doherty?
No.
Okay.
Brad Doherty's number 2.
Yeah, just making sure. Now, what brought this top 10 list about, if I'm not mistaken, is the release of Slam Magazine's The 500 Greatest Players of All Time. This is a magazine that we purchased just a few days ago, and it just ranks the 500 greatest players ever according to Slam Magazine.
Or according to guys who fell asleep after like 20.
Yeah. To be honest,
didn't know what they were listing after.
Yeah, look, it really got annoying. They really went half-assed. Even the top 10 doesn't make much sense. Obviously, they made it so that they could create conversations, but I think they just did. They did something. They didn't put much effort into it.
Harry the Horse Gallatin is better than Tony Parker. Man.
Yeah.
Is better than Manu Ginobili. Is better than Stoudemire. Is better than Paul Westphal.
Yeah.
There's 7 titles compared between those guys, man.
No, it's really it's a joke. So we decided, you know what? Maybe we should give our top 10, because when you put in your top 500, how do you differentiate number 345 from 346?
Well, we would probably have assisted. They didn't.
They
because
didn't.
Tony Gravino is no longer at Slam. It's some idiot that's at the head of Slam, and
Yeah.
Slam sucks.
Yeah.
Ever since it's changed hands.
Yeah.
Tony Gravino was awesome, man. He was a Knick fan. He had Starks on the cover. He loved Starks. He loved MJ. He hated Reggie Miller, and he put him on the cover to curse him.
Yes.
And the magazine was cool, man.
It was
Like,
cool.
had
It's
something,
no longer
you know?
cool, man.
No more, man. The noise.
The section. It's not even funny anymore.
It's horrible, man. Horrible. Anyways, let's go to our top 10. I only have a top 9 because I don't think there is the top 10 best players. There's only the top 9 best players.
Okay.
Then I have guys that are under them, but I won't get to them today.
All right.
You have a top 10.
I do
Why don't
have
you
a
give
top
me
10.
your top 10?
All right. The top 10
To the people.
I wrote it down here. Number 1, obviously Michael Jordan.
And I'm sorry, I'm rushing you because I want to go to Mike Miller's party.
Which is always better when they win.
Yeah.
You know? Not that he cares.
No, he just wants to get there fast.
Yes.
Please, no overtime. I have a party at my house.
So number 1, Michael Jordan. You know what? I won't go into details why, because you know why. Number 2, I went with Magic Johnson. 5 championships. Finals MVP at 20 years old. Some would say, yeah, but he had Kareem, but at the same time, he was the motor behind that team.
I got Kareem there, my man, by the way.
Exactly.
I think Kareem's awesome. High school, NCAA, pros, the guy did it all. The guy was amazing.
Yeah.
Who's your number 3?
Number 3, I have Bill Russell. 11 rings. Who we got?
I got Magic, so.
Okay. So Bill Russell, 11 rings. Why is he not ahead of Jordan? Because I don't know what the level of play was back in the 60s. Sometimes I feel like I could have played
Against Harry the Horse.
exactly, you know?
Or Electric Eye.
My man.
Or Tricky Dick.
I think I would have been called L Train. You know, L Train takes it to the hole and jams it on Russell. First of all, Russell was like 6'9". He looks like, I think he'd be a Chris Bosh nowadays. So you know what? But I still had a respect. We'll leave him there. Number 4, I have Kareem. You had him at number 2.
I had him at number 2. I got Magic at 3, Russell at 4. Same reasons like you're saying.
Okay. Kareem, who I like, I think we both like, is 6 championships, 5 with the Lakers, 1 with Oscar Robertson, so he showed he can win with 2 different teams.
Yeah, a guy could win with anybody.
Obviously the number 1 scorer of all time, but a bit of a pansy, so we can't put him too high.
Yeah, and he played in a movie with Bruce Lee.
Yes.
My number 5 is Larry Bird. What's your number 5?
Mine is Tim Duncan.
That's my number 6.
So I'm ranking Duncan ahead of Larry
Why
Bird.
don't you have Larry Bird number 5? Man? What's wrong with Larry, man? Are you telling me that he wasn't a great shooter?
I'm telling you he was not a great shooter, my man. I'm telling you that CBS was fixing the games and only showing us his makes. I have ESPN Classics and NBA TV, and every time I watch him, he sucks.
I don't know what he's talking about.
He ends up with 25 points and 12 rebounds, but you know what? The Celtics scored 125 points. McHale is bailing him out. The guy, you know what? Unless there's some other games, he looked average. Now look, I'm not being ignorant. The guy was awesome. He basically, I think the intangibles was his specialty. But you know, one day we'll go into more details about him. So I'm just putting him lower. He's at my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th spot. I have Duncan ahead of him, and my next one, and some people might get upset because I had Larry Bird, is Shaquille O'Neal.
He's not on my top 9.
He's not on your top. Why is he on mine? Because he was so, when he wanted to be, he was unstoppable, and he made the game unfair. 3 straight finals MVPs, only MJ's done that.
Yeah,
twice.
Mutombo couldn't do anything to it.
Nothing. So,
defensive player of the year couldn't guard.
The best defensive center of our generation couldn't do anything to him.
Couldn't guard.
So I have him there, then I have Larry. You?
I got Duncan at number 6. I got Olajuwon number 7. And then my last 2 guys, I close with Clyde Frazier and Isaiah Thomas. 2 guards.
Yeah.
2 monsters.
2 two-time champions.
Frazier's there because he played in New York City, and if you play in New York, man, and you get a championship there, you deserve to be on any top 10 list, man. The guy was awesome. The guy had one of the best game 7s ever.
Yeah.
You know, so
it was like 36 points, 17 assists, something like that.
And basically, the point of my 9 guys is these 9 guys would be stars anywhere. Any team they play with, they'd be franchise guys, they'd win. If they didn't play on this team, they'd play on that team. If they didn't have 3 titles, they'd have 1 or 2 or more. They're just, those are the 9. Those are the best NBA players ever.
And just to finish off my top 10, after Bird at number 8, I got Dwayne Wade. Awesome. 1 championship, but what a championship. He played that series better than anyone other than Jordan has ever played in a finals.
How about that defensive stop at the end of
yeah, when he stops the alley-hoop.
Yeah,
that's incredible. Number 9, I got Isaiah Thomas for the reasons you mentioned. Just probably the 2nd best point guard of all times behind Magic. And number 10, I have Scottie Pippen because he could do it all. He was a better LeBron James. So as you'll notice, there's obviously no LeBron James here, and there never will be. And there's no Kobe Bryant because this is not the top 10 worst players of all time. It's the top 10 best players of all time.
We will have our top 10 worst in our next episode next week, where we'll be live from Miami at Mike Miller's house for his yearly end of season party.
So to end it off is let's just chill till the next episode.
Yeah.